WWE promotes John Cena as the greatest of all time, and that's certainly up for debate. The man, once relentlessly booed by fans, is now universally adored. Cena was the face of WWE for over a decade, remaining a squeaky clean babyface throughout. A creative decision that frustrated large portions of the fans and sparked years of backlash. So when he finally turned heel on Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber, it felt like a monumental shift. A long-awaited moment wrestling fans never thought they'd see. But what followed was a letdown. The storyline lacked direction and there was no emotional depth, and notably The Rock, who many believed would be central to Cena's heel arc, never appeared. After months of aimless promos and forgettable segments, Cena abruptly reverted to a babyface during a SmackDown promo, leaving fans confused. Was it a swerve? A setup? At SummerSlam, the answer seemed to be no. Cena and Rhodes stood side by side. No betrayal in sight. Rhodes regained his championship, and instead, the shock came in the form of a Brock Lesnar return. So now the question is, did Cena turn face just to feud with Brock Lesnar? And if that's the case, what was the point of the entire heel run in the first place? For years and years, fans begged to see John Cena finally turn heel. We all remembered how good he was as a villain in his early WWE run, and his superhero-like babyface actor is stale. The idea of a darker, more ruthless Cena became fantasy booking. What if he pulled a Hulk Hogan style heel turn? What if he burned WWE to the ground on his way out? But under Vince McMahon's rule, it was never going to happen. The company was too invested in keeping Cena as the ultimate role model. Then came the retirement tour, under a new regime. At Elimination Chamber, the unthinkable happened. Cena turned heel, and it was perfect. Out of nowhere, he blindsided Cody Rhodes, destroyed the fan favourite, and aligned himself with none other than the final boss, The Rock. The crowd erupted. It was shocking, it was brutal, and it made total sense. This was an aging Cena, desperate for one more title run. So desperate, he sold his soul and teamed up with his old rival to make it happen. Or at least that's what we thought. Unfortunately, that's not the story WWE chose to tell. It honestly just felt like it was for shock value, and there was no real plan in place. Its justification? The tired, overused trope of turning on the fans. That was it. No deeper motive, no long-term vision, just a classic, you turn your backs on me angle, from a guy who hasn't even been full-time in years. Cena was barely on TV during the build-up, and Cody Rhodes looked clueless for not retaliating sooner. And The Rock, the supposed mastermind behind it, vanished without a trace. Then came WrestleMania. Not only was the match underwhelming, but the finish was downright frustrating. Cody was once again made to look foolish, and The Rock was nowhere to be seen. Instead, we got Travis Scott, a celebrity appearance that fell completely flat, but wrestling fans made it clear they simply do not care about him in this context. The main event show of the year felt like a complete mess. Unfocused, poorly executed, and completely lacking a payoff. Since Elimination Chamber, The Rock hasn't been seen, and while John Cena, being the incredible wrestler that he is, did his best to carry the heel on his own, there just wasn't enough depth for him to work with. His motivation was weak, the writing was thin, and to make matters worse, the fans refused to boo him. Because at the end of the day, Cena is on his way out. He's retiring, and fans want to celebrate him, not hate him. Now the John Cena heel turn is over, and fans are wondering why WWE pulled the plug so fast. Many fans think it's because the heel turn just sucked. More fans think it's because it's related to John Cena's future. After his loss to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, where he shared a heartfelt moment with the fans, Brock Lesnar made a surprise return to WWE after 2 years away, and laid out John Cena with an F5. The attack not only marked the Beast Incarnate comeback, but may have signaled the beginning of Cena's final rivalry. And for that story to work, WWE needed their legendary hero back in babyface mode. A John Cena babyface and a Brock Lesnar heel program is the direction that WWE wants to go. With only a few months left of his farewell tour, Cena is expected to retire from in-ring competition this December. And during the SummerSlam post-show, Triple H revealed that Cena himself had requested to face Brock Lesnar one last time before hanging up his boots. A fitting end for one of WWE's greatest legends. John Cena's final match hasn't been confirmed yet, but what we do know is he has 12 appearances remaining in WWE, and with his heel run officially behind him, it's all now but certain that Cena will spend those final moments in the role that define his legacy, as the iconic babyface that fans have come to love. Ever since the heel turn, fans have always been trying to guess how he'd come back as a babyface. Because honestly, there was no way he was going to retire as a heel. Would R-Truth's words change his mind? Would losing his title to Cody make him see the light? No. Just as suddenly as Cena went bad, he flipped back to being the real John Cena completely out of nowhere. On the SmackDown before SummerSlam, Cena returned to his classic old self, explaining how turning heel had left him isolated, surrounded by people who eventually vanished, forcing him to become someone he didn't want to be. But this had been happening for months, so why did he only realize it now? Fans cheered the moment, but many wondered, was all of this just a setup to make Cody look foolish again? At SummerSlam, Rhodes defeated Cena clean, with no twists, no betrayals. In fact, the two shared a genuine hug. Then, in major surprise, Brock returned to the WWE for the first time in 2 years. Whether you love or hate it, this moment made it clear why Cena turned babyface so suddenly. Lesnar wasn't coming back to face him, and Cena couldn't have been heel in that storyline, so WWE needed to flip him back good and fast. Their solution? Have Cena realize his mistakes completely out of the blue. This begs the question, did WWE ever have a solid plan to turn John Cena back babyface? Was there a long-term story in place? Or did he just decide on the fly that Cena needed to be good again, and quickly? Now Cena is back as a hero, and WWE is hoping fans forget his messy heel run ever happened. Honestly, that's probably for the best, because the past 6 months were a disappointment for a legend who deserves so much more.